Hey, it's your girl, your favorite paralegal, aka Cassandra Lynn, and welcome to Legal Doc Talk 24/7. Hey, y'all. So, I like to troll every now and then, but you could call me like a legal troll. So we all have seen on the internet that Rollie has been trolling, not trolling, she has been bullying. She has been bullying people on this here internet. And this is not her first instance. And I really don't pay attention to Zeus Network and the baddies and all that other stuff. But when I'm on my YouTube IG, I see it all. And Rolly is just going in and in and in and in. And I'm like, dude, have you paid that 2.3 plus judgment that Gold's Plastic Surgery was awarded? I reported this actually last year, I believe either in August or September, that Gold's Plastic Surgery had an arbitration in which they were awarded that 2.3 million plus attorney fees and court costs and everything in that nature. But it just surprises me that people are not humble after they have been hit with lawsuits or arbitration meetings, and it's very, very disturbing. So I don't know if Rolly is doing this because maybe she's trying to gain traction so that way she could be I don't want to say popular again, but so that way she can have some motion so she could build revenue to take care of this judgment, or if she just a bully, or both. Who knows? But let's talk about this. So this is the arbitration. This is a petition to confirm the arbitration award. So when they went to arbitration, um, and that is a whole y'all have to just just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. Because child, anywho's, so when they were granted this award, right, they have to submit it to the court and the judge has to confirm it. Once it is confirmed, then they enter it into the county records, in which it is now declared a judgment. Okay. And that will haunt you. Nobody wants a judgment on their record because that will haunt you for the rest of your life. Whether you're trying to get a house, rent, buy, get a car, whatever the case may be, they're going to pull up your credit report and you're going to find that you have a judgment on there. That is not what you want. Okay. So let's get into this petition. Um, so we do have Ms. Rollie Martin, who is also known as Rollie Pollie. She is an influencer and an actress appearing in season 2 of the reality TV series spinoff Baddies South on Zeus Network. Let's see what else. Upon information and belief, she is a resident of the state of Nevada based off of the documentation that she provided, as well as what is included in her contract. Now, I know that some of you may not have tapped into the video that I initially did. When I initially reported on this was just a reading of the arbitration news on the website. It wasn't her court filings. So that's why I said, let me just go ahead and just pull these documents so that way you guys can figure out what is going on with this girl. But if you don't know what is going on, this is what happened. So, nature of the case. Let's see. The underlying dispute arises from the respondent's breach of contract between herself and petitioner. Oh, and I do want to put a note on this. Zeus should be responsible, or at least provided her with an attorney to either look into this or step in on behalf of her. And you'll see the reason why once I get through these documents as to why I said that. But anytime you are signing something, never ever sign something without you reading it in its entirety, because you will be put in situations such as these. You have to understand the contract. I don't care if you're buying a house, a car, signing up for financial aid, um, renting, I don't care what it is. You do not sign anything without first reading it. All right. Now, among the services provided by petitioner is the retention of influencers to advertise their services. Respondent was an influencer retained to provide certain services. Respondent signed an influencer agreement with petitioner dated March 12, 2023. The surgical session was to be filed as part of the filming of a television show for Zeus Networks and later called Transforming Rollie. All parties, including Respondent and Zeus Networks, agreed that it would only show petitioner and its staff in a positive light, would not disparaging petitioner, and would not take action to harm the reputation of the petitioner or its staff. Among the relevant terms in the influencer agreement, which is in Exhibit A, was pursuant to Section 2, Respondent agreed to facilitate and pay the expenses for an affiliated medical practice which it proves the services to perform a procedure of its choice based upon its sole and exclusive discretion, subject to informed consent obligations as well as the right to rejection by the patient on the patient. All right, so she pretty much agreed to pay any type of expenses, but at any time, she could have declined that. She could have rejected that. Section 2 further requires certain social media obligations in exchange for payment and facilitating of the procedure. Section 5 of the agreement contains a detailed, non disparaging term which states, so this was the language that was in the influencer agreement that she signed. It reads, in the age of computers and social media, many disappointed or unhappy people take to the internet to express their dissatisfaction. Such is especially important with the respect to influencers who utilize social media and the internet for marketing purposes. With respect to retention of independent contractors, there are situations where, for various reasons, businesses and contractors do not see eye to eye, or the contractor may commit some act that is deemed as a basis for just cause for termination of the contractor. And as a result, the contractor may hastily choose to write a review or otherwise speak negatively as to the business. As a result, patient and influencer agrees to refrain from disparaging goals. Its affiliates, subsidiaries, employees, agents, officers, members, or directors, and or any other affiliates. So all of them is going to be known as the cover group throughout this petition. Or to induce, otherwise cause any other third party to do so in any manner and in any format, whether verbal, written, or digitally, nor otherwise take any action which could reasonably be expected to adversely affect the personal or professional reputation of those within the covered group. This includes, but is not limited to, negative online reviews, posting complaints to social media outlets such as Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Google, and Yelp, etc. A disparaging comment or statement is any remark, comment, message, information, declaration, communication, or other statement of any kind that might reasonably be construed to be derogatory or critical of, negative toward a member of the covered group, whether true, false, or mere opinion, which is done in any way to malign, harm, disparage, defame, or damage the reputation or good name of the member of the covered group. So there is the definition as to what a disparaging comment would be. Rollie signed this in her influencer agreement, and obviously she breached her contract. Section 5 further indicates that a violation of non-disparaging clause, among other remedies available, would require liquidated damages in the amount of 25,000 per violation, as well as an award of counsel fees and cost of suit. Section 9A allows, in the event that respondent violates or threatens to violate any terms of the agreement, that an injunction may be entered without the requirement to post bond. Section 9D sets forth the method to calculate reasonable counsel fees and costs as a result of any breach of the terms of the agreement to which counsel fees and costs are mandated. Baby bookie baby. Y'all, now this is the arbitration proceeding. This is what happened during arbitration, and this is also known as mediation. The extensive procedural and factual history of this arbitration is set forth by arbitrator Kerr in the final award. A true and correct copy of the final award is attached here to as Exhibit B. Guess what, y'all? Responded, aka Rollie, aka Rollie Pollie, aka Goldie Martin, failed to oppose, answer, or otherwise appear in any fashion as to the arbitration, despite repeated notices of the same being filed. Indeed, respondent was personally served, sent emails, letters, and FedEx in attempt to have her appear and proceed, but refused to participate to her own detriment. Arbitration was held unilaterally via Zoom on June 19, 2024. Only Goals Plastic Surgery. Only the petitioner was in attendance. The petitioner submitted post-hearing submissions to the arbitrator on June 28th. Thereafter, the arbitrator reviewed petitioner submissions on the matter of attorney fees, costs, interest, and issues related to the final award. After a full review of the facts, circumstances, and proof submitted by petitioner, the arbitrator arrived at his final award, which was made in writing, signed, and affirmed on August 14, 2024. So the arbitrator stated this is going to be the final award. Petitioner is awarded in the amount of $2,330,000. The petitioner is awarded legal fees and costs in the amount of $15,010. The petitioner is awarded prejudgment and post-judgment interest. And the respondent has to do the following. So this is where the injunction came in. Further breaching her agreement with the petitioner, and respondent shall never again make any negative or disparaging comments against petitioner as defined in Section 5 of the agreement. The respondent is directed to remove from all public sources any statements that are disparaging of petitioner or the defined cover group therein. This shall extend to removing any negative reference of petitioner or its cover group on the Transforming Rollie show. So either y'all take it down and y'all never air it again, or you edit it to remove whatever disparaging comments that she made towards plastic surgery, Goals Plastic Surgery, or and its affiliates. By way of injunctive rights, all sources that have such disparaging comments about petitioner from respondent, including Transformer Rollie, shall remove any and all negative references, and respondent, who the arbitrator is satisfied is the executive director of Transforming Rollie, shall be individually and personally liable and obligated to remove such statements from the television show and remove any streaming or broadcasting of the same until such disparaging comments are removed. If respondent does not remove the existing disparaging comments from her social media and the Transforming Rollie show within 30 days of the confirmation of this arbitration award, then additional penalties of $500 per day will be issued against respondent and paid to petitioner. The administrative fees and expenses of the American Arbitration Association totaling $3,200, and the compensation and expenses of the arbitrator totaling $5,850 shall be borne by respondent Goldie Martin, which means that she is going to be responsible for paying this arbitration. So the setup and the arbitrator. Therefore, She has to reimburse Gold Solution in the sum of $9,050, representing that the portion of said fees and expenses in excess of the apportionate costs previously incurred by petitioner. Oh, oh. In conclusion, the final award was delivered to counsel for petitioner on August 14th, and the final award with legal fees and costs added on August 14th. Less than 1 year has expired since the date of the delivery of the final award. The final award has not been vacated or modified, so it has not been changed in any way. So they're requesting at that time, August 14th, they were requesting for the court to issue an order and judgment granting the final award, well, confirming the final award, entering the judgment, and issuing the injunctive release relief. All right. So that was the petition. Now going into let's see, the decision and order that was August, not August, I said August, October. So I'm gonna show y'all this. Hold on, let me change my screen. Rollie out here bullying and can't take care of business. All right, so this was dated October 15th. So the decision and order on plaintiff's motion to confirm arbitration award in the above entitled action has been entered in favor of plaintiff My Goals Solutions against defendant Goldie Martin on the 15th day of October by the Honorable Gerald Lebovitz. Now, upon the notice of entry with decision and order, proof of service of affidavit by, okay, da da da. All right, so it has My Goals and it has Goldie in the amount of $2,330 with a prejudgment interest calculated at 9% from March 12, 2023, y'all. This was entered October of 2024. So from March 12th to October 15th, it was already an interest of 2,400 I can't even read. $245,769.18, together with the cost of the legal fees, which was $15,010. Then you have the court costs of the administrative fees, not the court costs, the administrative fees of the arbitration, which was 3,200, and the compensation and expenses of the arbitrator totaling $5,850. And for the total of 2 mil, oh my God. So it ain't 2.3 million no more. It's 2.5 plus, and it's rising. It's continuing because the interest. Oh my gosh. This is so sad. This is so sad. Look at the additional motion, and it adds on because as long as they have to keep filing motions in order to get her to pay, it's going to tag on more expenses. More expenses. Rollie, Rollie, girl, girl. Look at this settle order. This is what the judge. This is what the judge signed. He signed it October 15th, 2024. Hold on. Let me share. Let me go back to here. All right. So since then, they have been trying to get this. They have been trying to get this. So the latest document entry was on the 15th. On October 22nd, 2024, the court granted plaintiff's motion to confirm the arbitration award from the American Arbitration Associates against defendant. On November 1st, I caused to be filed a proposed judgment to the court. I write to respectfully request that the court review and enter the proposed judgment. Absent entry of this judgment, my client continues to be unable to enforce the arbitration award as issued. So, pretty much what this is saying, remember it was initially 2 million 200, no, wait, 2, what was it? 2 million, 3? It was 2.3. I can't remember the change, but it's 2.3 million, right? It has since then been updated to add the interest and other fees. So now it's up to 2.5 million. But that was back in October. We are in February. So I know it is probably well over 2.5, probably well over 2.6 at this point. You can't be on this internet bullying people and you out here owing millions. Ma'am, get it together. But I just wanted to bring that to y'all attention because I'm gonna be trolling until she answer me. I'm like, Rolly, why you didn't show up to the mediation, girl? Cause now you got a two. It was 2.3. Now it's 2.6. Girl, you owe 2.6 million to goals. Mm. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until then, you all be blessed and I'm out. Bye.